Hello everyone, it is Shadows Woman. I'm here with the new free week champion rotation for week 15 of the League of Legends 2014 season. This week we've got Ashe, Aurelia, Karma, Master Yi, Nami, Pantheon, Quinn, Vladimir, Zed, and Ziggs. As always guys, I'm going to go down the list in alphabetical order as Riot has it listed, and going to tell you guys what lane you can expect the champions to be in, the general items you can expect to see them have, and their overall role. Let's get started with Ashe. Most of you primarily, most likely have seen her, in any game you've played. She's an ADC, meaning she'll be getting items such as, Infinity Edge, Bloodthirster, Lost Whisper, Phantom Dancer, etc. You'll primarily see her be played in the bottom lane, and she'll have a support there with her. And that's really it. Next, we've got Aurelia, who you'll primarily be seeing played up at the top lane. She'll be building pretty beefy but high damage items such as a Triforce, or Trinity Force rather, not Triforce. We have Trinity Force, a Frozen Mallet. You'll go for high damage, high attack damage, as well as high health, as well as armor and magic resist. She's got a good amount of mobility in team fights, but where she shines is just being able to tank a lot of damage and really dish out at the same time. She's one of those that you'd want to focus, almost instantly in team fights, or just try and kite her. And again, primarily in the top lane. Next, we have Karma, who you can see played either in the mid lane as the AP carry in mid, or be played as support. She's valuable in either one. If she's being played in mid, you can expect items such as a Rabadon's Death Cap, maybe a Deathfire Grasp, maybe on that one, maybe Landry's Torment, but definitely an Athene's Unholy Grail doesn't go amiss on her, and, stuff along those lines, maybe even a Rod of Ages or an Archangel Staff. And if she's being played as support, general support items, your Runic Bulwark, your Sightstone, etc., etc. And again, maybe a little mixture of AP for her, going into, the whole maybe Athene's Unholy Grail build. Next, we've got Master Yi, who you'll primarily be seen played either in the jungle or, I would actually say, almost top. There's really not many roles Master Yi fills now in Season 4, other than jungle. That being said, you'll be seeing him with a high amount of attack damage as well as attack speed and crit. He's not the tankiest, but he's not there to tank. He's there to dish out as much damage as possible. With all of his abilities except for his Meditate scaling off of AD, meaning his Q and his E scale off of AD. Yeah, he tends to hurt pretty hard. Just make sure you don't let him farm or get fed too quickly, or enough to where he's just going to be a giant pain to deal with. But again, you'll primarily be seeing him played either in the jungle or top. Most likely jungle, though. Next, we've got Nami, who should be played support, and just like Karma's, being built as support, you'll be seeing Nami get stuff like the Runic Bulwark, get maybe a Twin Shadows, get maybe an Athene's Unholy Grail, maybe. I know I emphasize this on a lot of, mana users, but especially for supports, because when you want to be casting your, your abilities in succession without that much downtime to wait for mana, that Athene's Unholy Grail really does come in handy. But other than that, you can expect, again, general support items, and be played primarily in the bot lane with an ADC. Next, we've got Pantheon, who you'll be seeing played primarily at the top lane, and just like, Aurelia, high emphasis on, health and attack damage, with a little emphasis on the whole, magic resistant armor, maybe a Sunfire Cape, or, a Guardian Angel. That would kind of be it as far as you need. But then, items such as Frozen Mallet, maybe even a Bloodthirster or a Black Cleaver don't go amiss on Pantheon, and items such as a Maul of Memorities is pretty good on him too. And again, primarily in the top lane. You might see him in the mid lane, but still be being built the same way. Next, we've got Quinn, who just like Ashe, she's an ADC, be primarily played in the bottom lane, and be seeing items such as Infinity Edge, Bloodthirster, Black Cleaver, maybe that Black Cleaver, the Last Whisper, etc., maybe a Static Shiv as well. And again, primarily in the bot lane. Next, we've got Vladimir, who can be played either in the top or in the mid, good at either role. Either way, he's going to be built one of two ways, or with a mixture, either high health or high AP, with a little emphasis on that resistance is as well, like the armor and magic resist, but not a whole lot into it. So items such as Rylus Crystal Scepter is very, very good for Vlad. He's one of the champions that doesn't require mana. He's just all cooldown based, and yeah. But Elandri's Torment's good on him too. Any item that adds health as well as AP, generally good on Vladimir. Because of his passive allows him to kind of pseudo double dip. You can build him either high AP, but still get a lot of health, or build him high health and still get a decent amount of AP along with it. However, the bonuses you get from his passive don't stack upon each other to an indefinite amount. They're there as a base. They don't influence each other. So again, Crystal Scepter is very good. Elandri's Torment, anything again that adds health and or AP are going to be very, very good for Vladimir. That being said, a Rod of Age, or not a Rod of Ages, a Deathfire Grasp is good for him as well as the Abyssal Scepter. Just because you're going to be in the midst of things a lot, and you want that magic resist and to be able to shred magic resist from your enemies. So yeah. And again, either top or mid lane, he can be played either one. Next we've got Zed, who you can primarily be seen played as a mid lane champion to go against, counter the AP mid laner, such as Karma, for instance, although you wouldn't necessarily pick Zed to counter Karma. But either way, he is a good counter to a lot of AP mid champions that are squishy, and he's going to be built primarily attack damage, with an emphasis on high attack damage and not really that much crit. So again, just like Pantheon, get that Last Whisper, get Bloodthirster, maybe get the Ravenous Hydra. That's also good for both Pantheon and for Irelia. So those items are pretty good for all three of them. What else? Maybe get a Phantom Dancer. You don't really need it though, but it is nice to have for the movement speed as well as that attack speed. But other than that, Maul of Memorities, and kind of pick and choose from there. But again, primarily in the mid lane, being built as AD, he might be top, being built the same way, however. You might want to get a little health as well, maybe a Frozen Mallet. And last but not least, we've got Ziggs, who you'll be seeing played in the mid lane, and being built AP with almost no defenses other than Azani's Hourglass. Technically, when I play Ziggs, I build him, I go for Nandin's Unholy Grail, go for Rabadon's Deathcap, and go for a Soul Stealer, or Soul Eater rather, because nobody expects it on Ziggs, especially when I'm playing him, because I'm in Silver 2. But you know what? He's good in the mid lane, he's very good at pushing, and again, high emphasis on AP, due to that's just how he scales. And Ziggs is actually a good counter to Zed, because if Zed ults onto Ziggs, Ziggs can go ahead and Explosive Satchel his way out of, being in between Zed and his illusion or his Shadow Clone, and taking that increased damage. So that's always a good thing. But other than that, again, primarily mid lane and high emphasis on AP. That's it, guys. If I missed anything, again, feel free to leave comments down below. If I, told you wrong build, tell me in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike it, give it a thumbs down. All that funness. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, because I actually do, announce when I'm live streaming and when new videos go up all the time. So follow me on Twitter, and yeah, guys, that's it. Don't forget to tell your friends about the channel. My name has been Shadowswolm. I'll talk to you all next time.